Hello students, we are back again with some of the sums and continuation of our previous class. If you remember, in our previous class we discussed about geometry. If you don't remember, you have an advantage. You can go back to the previous video, geometry for grade 8, 9 and 10. So this is the continuation of previous video. And in our last class we discussed about angles and more about angles. Today we will continue and we will try to conclude. Let's see uh, how much we can cover. So if you remember, we were discussing about alternate angle, corresponding angle, co-interior angles, and adjacent angle, complementary angles, supplementary angles, like the various different types of angles. So today we will continue that. I just want to tell you, like most of the time, the mistake that we make, the teachers, the mistake that we make is whenever we teach the students about parallel lines, so we give this figure. I don't know about other teachers, I'm sorry. So this is the figure I give. And the students, what I noticed is like when they get this figure, they get confused. Okay, like when they get this figure. So what I'm trying to tell you out of this is like parallel line does not only mean like in this shape. Like the definition of parallel line is two or more than two straight lines are said to be parallel if they do not meet each other even if produced either direction. Okay, so it's not necessary it has to be like this all the time. It could be this shape or it could be this side, like, but the point is it has to be two straight lines and it should not meet even if they are produced either direction. So here, like last class we did in this shape, this parallel line, and today we are discussing here. So in this also, what we do is when we find alternate angle, like why do we need to know more about alternate angle? Geometry is more reasoning. When you solve geometry, if you have noticed, like you write angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree, and you make a curly bracket and then you write reason. Sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So we need to write reason in geometry, like you have to write reason. Okay, like whenever you write, okay, this plus this is equals to this, then the reason. Like here, if I say like angle AGH is equals to GHD, we know these two angles are equal, but we have to write reason. Why are they equal? They are equal because they are alternate angles. So we make curly bracket and then we write alternate angle. So for that, like here also, in any sums, like you will see later on. So when we do those sums, what we notice is like we have to write the reason. So that's why we need to know, like here AOP, angle AOP, that is this angle, okay, is equals to OPD, that is OPD, that is this angle. So these two angles are alternate. Now it does not matter whether our our parallel lines are in this shape or this shape. What matters is the rules. What are alternate angles? Two angles are said to be alternate if they are inside the parallel line, on either side of the parallel line, and not adjacent. So they are inside the parallel line, either side. One is left hand side, another is right hand side, and not adjacent. This angle and this angle is not adjacent. Although the arm, if you remember adjacent angle, because we have sums down there, I'll show you. Okay, so although for this angle the arm is this OP, and for this angle also the arm is OP, but the vertex O and P, the vertex is different, that's why they are not adjacent angle. So these two angles are alternate. Now try to guess the alternate angle for DPO. DPO. AOP, OPD. So now try to guess for CPO. Sorry, it should be C. That is this angle. Alternate for this angle. Okay, and yeah, you can write your answers in Messenger. And one student, Utsav Fuyang, class 9, okay, he had a question, okay, down there, like yes, here, he had a question in corresponding, sir, why is this blank? Then I told him the reason this is blank is I wanted you guys to guess the answer for this. So now what you do is, find the answer for this and write your answer in Messenger, and then you can correct it. If it's wrong, you can correct it. If it's right, like, well done, good job. So here also, you have to find another alternate angle, and then we come to this, that is corresponding angle. Again, corresponding angle, one inside the parallel line, one outside the parallel line. Both both the angles are on the same side of the transversal and not adjacent. So let's take any, you can take any angle. So because I have written the name of the angle, so we'll start with this LRP. Let's take this angle. So one inside, one outside. This is outside, inside. Could be this, could be this. And same side. So could be this, but not adjacent. This and this are adjacent, and this is not adjacent. So this is our corresponding angle. One both same side, one inside, one outside, and not adjacent. So angle LRP is equal to RSN, and the reason is, why are they equal? Corresponding angle. Now co-interior angle, they are not equal, but it's not that co-interior angles are not equal. I'm not trying to say it will never be equal. When one of the angle is 90 degree, if this is 90, then this has to be 90. Okay, so they are equal when one angle is 90 degree. And okay, we'll come to that later on. We have a theorem based on that as well. Anyways, now this co-interior angle. Now there, when you look at the figure, okay, let me turn this a little bit. All right. So there you see angle AGH plus angle CHG, AGH, that is this angle plus CHG, this angle is equals to 180 degree. Why they are 180 degree? Again, reasoning. The reason is they are co-interior angles. Now you have to find BGH plus the name of the angle is equals to 180 degree, and like work with co-interior. There is another angle BGH plus there is one more angle which will give you 180 degree. We will not focus on that, but we want co-interior angle. Just find the co-interior of BGH. Okay, that's a question. Now another thing, if you remember, we studied like adjacent angle, we studied complementary angle, we studied supplementary angles. You know, like now we are going to mix these things. Okay, so when we mix these things, we get different questions. And as I told you before also, like reasoning is very important. You have to write the reason. So in order to write the reason, like as I gave you the example of sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree, that is the reason. Okay, so it's very important. So to know the reason, we have to know the properties, we have to know the definition, we have to know what the angle is about, or what the triangle, or whatever the figure. Like we have to know the properties and definitions and all those things. Now, what we do is, I have some figures here, and so if you remember, adjacent angle. Two angles are said to be adjacent if they have common arm and common vertex. And let's recall complementary angles. Two angles are said to be complementary if their sum is 90 degree. Now we will mix complementary and adjacent. So when we mix complementary angle and adjacent angle, this is what you are going to get. Let's see, it should be here. Yeah, this is the mixture of complementary angle and adjacent angle. So angle ABO and angle OBC are adjacent angle because OB is the common arm and B is the common vertex. And it is also complementary because ABO plus OBC is giving us 90 degree. So now it's the mixture of complementary and adjacent. So we can call it, or we call it, adjacent complementary angles. And similarly, adjacent supplementary angles, they are adjacent and they are supplementary also. So you can call it supplementary angles, but the specific or the perfect word name for this angle would be adjacent supplementary angles. Now we go to these sums. If you focus on these two sums, if you look at this sum, then what we see is, let me fix this. Okay, what we see is here we have a figure. Yes, it is a parallelogram, but we will not go to parallelogram because we have not started parallelogram. So when we discuss about quadrilaterals, more about triangles, and then we go to quadrilateral. So when we discuss about quadrilateral, then we will discuss about parallelogram. Okay, anyways, so there in the figure you see A, B, C, D, and then E. Now there it's given that angle BCE is equals to 100 degree. Now we have to find rest of the angles. If you recall what we studied about angles, then there are many ways. Like this angle and this angle, they are adjacent and they are supplementary, straight angle. So adjacent supplementary, if you remember, 180 degree. So you can write angle BCE plus angle BCD D is equals to 180 degree, but you have to write the reason, and the reason is adjacent supplementary angles. Now you got this angle as 80 degree. Then what is the relation between this and this? Okay, this is what you have to find. I'll give you a hint. Parallel line, both inside, both same side, or you can find the relation between this, and then you will get this angle. Similarly, you will get this angle. Fine, try to get the relation between the given angle. Okay, sometimes they will not ask you any of these. The question may be like, okay, what is this? So is there, and this is not given, suppose. So is there any relation between this and this? We don't know. Okay, it could be, there could be a relation, maybe there's like, there isn't any relation. So this angle has relation with this angle, co-interior. Okay, and this angle, there is a relation between these two angles. So if you know this angle, you can find this angle. Now, try to work it out. If it is not solved, then I'm there. You can ask, we can discuss, okay, and we can solve our problems. Similarly, I have given you one more question. Okay, and it's, as I told you, what are you going to use in this question? You can pause and check your question. Here, you are using about parallel lines. Maybe sum of three angles of a triangle, alternate angle, corresponding angle. Okay, so that's the hint. Okay, now you have to find, this is your homework, or this is what you need to solve, and then we'll discuss about these things in our group, okay, messenger group, and then we'll find more about triangles. And now the next lesson would be, we will discuss about triangle and its types, and then we will go to quadrilateral. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Once again, remember these things. If you have any confusions, messenger, and yeah, we can talk and we can find about it. Take care, have fun, bye-bye.